Welcome, welcome, everybody. You guys, this is going to be such a great workshop, and it is absolutely a huge honor for Nancy and me because if it's possible to be grown-up nerdy fangirls instead of like pop icons, we're fangirls of Mike Russell, and so we're like, we got Mike Russell, and you'll guys see why we're such big fangirls because we just admire anybody who is cares about what they do, not just because it's a career to make a living, but because they know it makes a difference, because that's the way that we approach it. But also they really know what they're talking about. And so it's a big honor for us to go, this is the guy that knows more than we do. So together our levels of expertise in different things, I think, are very complementary. So um, we're going to kind of just let Mike, I'll kind of navigate the presentation, but Mike is just going to share his information with you. And you will get this full recording, and you're going to feel like maybe you're getting swamped with so much information, but that's a good thing because you're going to get the recording afterwards. You're going to get the notes, and you'll be able to go back and revisit in an organized fashion any points that you're like, what did he say about that? What did he say about that? You're going to have it, not to worry. Okay. So first, we're just going to let you know who's talking with you today. So we've got the college funding coach, but he's going to introduce himself in a second. Um, Nancy and I work together very happily, and I tell her frequently how much I appreciate her because I do. I started Scholarship Gold over 20 years ago and was fortunate to go through all of my own education through full scholarships for undergraduate, graduate school, a year in England, all kinds of fun adventures that opened up the world of scholarships to me. And now I judge for a lot of scholarships, prepare students for interviews, and also have a number of my own kids that went through. We have 3 natural kids and 2 supernatural ones that we took guardianship of later in life. And it was our joy that they all ended up in exactly where they were supposed to be, which is our goal for all kids. And it was a range of schools. We had Duke, Dartmouth, Yale, Michigan State, and the Honors College of the College of Charleston. And then a lot of them went on to graduate school. And we're all about fit over fame. And I'm just as pleased and thrilled and satisfied with the experience my son had at the College of Charleston as I did with the experience my other kids had at kind of their schools with ivy problems on the walls. And so please don't worship fame, especially at your own financial demise. But let's make sure we're looking at fit. And so that's what drives us to do this, is to maximize opportunities and minimize debt. That's our agenda every day, and we love our jobs. Nancy, can you tell them just quickly a bit about you?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. I am Nancy Manning. I'm in my 4th year with Scholarship Gold. And however, I've known Elizabeth, gosh, we won't talk about how many years, but quite a few years because I have kids that are in their late 20s, and I started utilizing Elizabeth as a parent. And whenever I first attended one of her presentations, my son was in 10th grade, and I came home and I was like, I told my husband, we are so behind. We've got to get things going. But it did end up being the perfect time for us to get in there and work with Elizabeth. And so I've worked in HR and finance for 25 plus years and decided I really enjoyed the school counseling side of things. So I got my master's in school counseling, worked at a public charter school for many years as the junior senior counselor, as well as the dual enrollment coordinator. So, but combining that finance and school counseling experience into this job has been really wonderful. I love, love, love working with students. I also love working with families because it's not all about the student. It's a whole holistic partnership. So love helping you all through every step of the process, including helping you fill out your CSS profile and your FAFSA line by line. That's something my financial background and the counseling background comes together. And so I'm really happy to help families through that. And if I get stuck, which sometimes I do, I pull out Mike Russell's contact and transfer you over to him.
That's
It's a good
wonderful.
combo right there for sure.
But the star of the show today, Mike, before we get into the full presentation, let them know who you are and what you do and why you do it.
Sure, absolutely. My name is Mike Russell. I'm the regional director here in Charlotte, North Carolina, wherever you may be joining us and at whatever timeline you might be joining us from. I have been with the College Funding Coach, an organization that's been established since 2002. I've been with the organization now just under 10 years, helping families just like you navigate the ever rising cost of education, where that relates back to their overall financial planning. Our background as college funding coaches, all of us are fiduciary financial planners and want to make sure that we take a strategic lens in helping families not interrupt the other areas of their financial life. So many of us working through their own goals, their own personal challenges, maybe even debt they may have incurred from their own college journeys and educational backgrounds, is making sure that families can put themselves and their students in a position where they can not only know what lever to pull and when, but making sure it doesn't interrupt their other areas of their game plan. And so ultimately, some families come to us without any plan, right? Some come to us having a strategic lens on one school, and whether that expectation is met or not, we want to help them have a game plan around what to do and not to miss out on opportunities. So between myself and Elizabeth and Nancy today, we're going to make sure that you're going to have a lot of value in our session, as well as making sure that, to your point, we're not death by PowerPoint, that we want to make this interactive and an opportunity to make sure that answers are getting provided based on the inquiries that are addressed here. So without further ado, let's dive into the information here we have this morning.
Okay. So just to cover some frames of reference as we go through, and you'll see too why our area of interest and Mike's go together so well, is when we're talking about the cost of college, typically we're referencing the advertised sticker price. And the sticker price is essentially the tuition and fees plus the cost of room and board, the housing and the food, because that's a real expense. You add that together and that's what they're going to bill you. They typically bill you twice a year, once for first semester, once for second semester. Sometimes the cost, the apparent cost of college might look a lot higher than that, because colleges will include factors like other expenses. That's like how much pizza your kid orders or how many Ubers they take. The cost of travel, they don't know what your travel costs are, things like that. And those can inflate the appearance of the cost of college, but really that is not that's not a direct billable cost. What you're billed, tuition and fees, room and board, half in the fall, half in the spring. So when you're looking, just make sure you're looking at the right numbers. But nobody really likes the sticker price. I know we never did. It made us hyperventilate. But the exciting thing is, in many cases, that is not the price that people pay. What we're interested in, and what hopefully you're interested in, is the net price. That's what do I write a check for? And that's the price that's left over after you get any relevant aid because of your finances, which is Mike's area of expertise, minus any scholarships you get based on anything from merit, talent, all kinds of different things, just because your darling child is wonderful and brilliant. So that doesn't necessarily involve need-based aid. So when we take need-based aid and non-need aid, merit aid, and add it together and take it away from the sticker price, that's the net price. And that number can be vastly different than the sticker price. And so just to give you an example, we had 4 kids in college at the same time. And for some schools, that can absolutely help your financial bottom line. At other schools, it doesn't, but Mike's going to touch on that. But because of that, and because our kids were going to very expensive looking schools, we never paid more than $6,000 a year for any of our kids to go to college, which you have no idea how profoundly grateful we are for that. Matter of fact, our daughter's final bill at Dartmouth for her final semester was $8. And my husband and I looked at the screen. I'm like, that says $8, right? And he said, yeah. So we paid that bill real fast before they changed their mind. And a lot of times it's not how much you need, but it is a matter of how much the colleges need to give away in order to stick to their formula, and how much they because they're nonprofits and there's rules about how much they need to give away. So we were profoundly grateful. But that's just a good example of sticker price and net price are totally different numbers. And collectively, Mike, Nancy, and I were trying to get that net price manageable for as many options as possible so that you and your student can have a lot of great choices without the burden of loans. So that's just a frame of reference for what we're talking about. And in other terms, to get from a sticker price to a great net price, these are really the 4 avenues to get that price down. So Mike is the wizard in understanding how the financial part happens. So free money that's based on finances that you don't have to pay back are generally called grants. Free money you don't have to pay back that are generally based on talent, ability, something exceptional about the student, not necessarily based on need, are called scholarships. And those are the 2 main vehicles for getting the price down. A student can absolutely have an on-campus job, no harm having a little skin in the game, but they are no longer, that could have worked back in the 80s just to work your way through school. That does not work anymore. But it's not bad for a little pocket money. And then what all of us are desperately trying to avoid are taking out loans. And we understand there are times that it is unavoidable, but hopefully if we educate everybody properly on the front end, they should have options that can avoid loans just by using these 2 top things. So Mike is kind of your grant guy. We're the scholarship people, and together good numbers can happen. So with that said, as Mike goes through, you're going to hear him talk about FAFSA and CSS profile. And those are just the ways that you can get the financial aid either from the government, which is FAFSA, or from the college itself, which is where a lot of the big money comes from. And that's a different form called CSS profile. So you hear him mention that. And then when we get to our part, where did the merit scholarships come from? They either come from the college itself, that's the big money, or from independent sources. And we'll talk about that. So now that we have kind of a framework of financial merit, a lot of times they can meet in the middle and make a big pile of money, which is my favorite there. Then you should have some pretty exciting options. But just remember that where your student goes is not who they are. It's not if they go to this school, then they win. And if they don't win. No. It's all about fit financially, academically, and culturally, because the students can shine and thrive, in so many different places. But just because they can go somewhere doesn't mean they should go. It's all about what is the best decision for your family. So we're going to start with Mike walking you through his brilliance, and then we'll finish up with the merit side of it and then pull it all together. And I think both of us have ways that we like to approach the appeal. And so we'll kind of let you kind of benefit from a collective presentation on that.